This is Frozen 2 Fan 2004 here, and today I'm here with a very special video. This is another Frozen 2 content video, but it's about Frozen 3. Yeah, you probably knew I was gonna do this video, and Frozen 2 fans are going to love this. But before I start giving out my ideas, there is one thing I don't want in Frozen 3, and that is being another Cars 3. Now don't get me wrong, Cars 3 is not a bad movie by any means, but what I mean is how Cars 3 decided to make it lighthearted like the first film because people hated Cars 2 for being too dark and violent. I don't want Frozen 3 to be like the first movie in tone. My own take on Frozen 3 is going to be the biggest and grandest animated film ever made. Fun fact, Tangled is the most expensive animated film ever made by $260 million. Frozen 3 is gonna dethrone that and will have a budget of $300 million. Frozen 3 may be the first animated film ever to surpass $2 million. It's going to be the first Disney animated film to be rated PG-13 and the runtime will be 2 hours and 6 minutes, making it the longest Disney animated film ever, dethroning Fantasia. Alright, now that I got that out of the way, let's get to what I want Frozen 3 to be about. I'll only talk about the more important plot details since there could be a lot more than what I just said. Anyway, there will obviously be that charade scene where Anna invited Elsa at the end of Frozen 2. But this time, the team will be Anna and Kristoff versus Elsa and Olaf. Anna and Kristoff wins, and this film cannot miss Anna and Kristoff's wedding. Anyway, the actual beginning of the film will show Agner and Iduna together before Elsa is born. Iduna is spoken to by the wind spirit, which is revealed to be Iduna's powers. Iduna is told that her firstborn child will have ice powers as a reward by the spirits. When Elsa was born, her hands were covered in ice, but thankfully they were removed in no time. Another thing that I want to see happen in Frozen 3 is something you guys aren't going to like, but I'm gonna make sure his character is improved, and that is the return of Hans and Duke, aka the villains of Frozen 1. They both escaped prison by someone and is lead to working for a hidden king who betrayed his kind. His job is to find Anna and Elsa. Meanwhile, Elsa returns to the enchanted forest with Honeymaren. There will be a scene with both Elsa and Honeymaren interacting. They're actually going to have some off-screen LGBTQ. It can be shown because, well, Disney, they hate LGBTQ, as we know how one of the reasons why they cancelled Nimona is because of an LGBTQ moment. Anyway, Hans comes to Arendelle and have his men invade the castle. Anna and Kristoff fights off the men as Anna interacts with Hans. Suddenly, Duke burns down the castle, which causes all of Arendelle's citizens to evacuate. There's this chase sequence that will lead Anna, Kristoff, Olaf, and Sven back at the forest. They reunite with Elsa and the Nordhaldrians, who will play a much bigger role in this sequel. Honeymaren becomes one of the main characters alongside Anna and Elsa. There is a specific scene that will set up a Nordhaldria spin-off series about the origins of the Nordludria, which will be done in another video. Elsa asks Honeymaren what the Nordhaldria origin story is, but Honeymaren said it's a secret. This film will feature a huge battle sequence between Anna, Elsa, and Hans, but during that battle scene, we learned that there could be some redemption in Hans. He just wanted to be a hero as he saw Elsa as a villain when she freezed Arendelle in the events of Frozen 1. But Hans realizes that he was being the villain all along, so he had a change of heart in himself. Duke, on the other hand, stays as the villain till the end. The biggest highlight of the film is going to be the return of King Runerd. As it turns out, King Runerd actually survived when he fell off the cliff as seen in Frozen 2. King Runerd has been in hiding for decades and has now come out of hiding to finish what he started. He was responsible for hiring Duke and Hans to find Elsa and destroy her. Grandpappy overhears about the plan earlier in the film, and in the second act, he warns Anna and Elsa about their plot to get rid of Elsa's magic. The only way to stop them is to fight. This movie will give Mattias more character arc, but that's one thing I'm not sure about. He will be the first to discover King Runerd is alive and will fight him. But in that same scene, Mattias is killed off by Runerd and he tells Anna that Runerd is alive before his death. Anna decides that they're going to stop Runerd right now, so Elsa and Anna return to the forest only to catch Runerd's men burning the forest alongside Duke and his men. Honeymaren fights them off, which reveals one of her big secrets. She is actually as strong as Louisa from Encanto. There is a big battle going on at the Enchanted Forest. Hans then joins in and helps the main characters in the battle in order to show everyone that he wants to be a hero. Duke then challenges Hans, calling him out for being a traitor. Duke convinces Hans that he is never a hero or villain, that he's a nobody. Believing this, Hans sacrifices himself by getting burned in the fire. Honeymaren then pushes Duke in the fire as he gets defeated too. Anna searches for Kristoff and Olaf tells her that Kristoff had to rush to check on the Arendelle citizens because he knows Runard is coming. Them, Anna, Elsa, and Honeymarin ride on the Nock as them and the spirits go after Runard. They approach him at Arendelle as Elsa prepares to face him. Before the showdown, Runard confesses the truth that he was responsible for Agner and Iduna's death by making the water spirit drown their ship. Angrily, Elsa's ice powers starts to grow even more as she fights against Runard while Anna and Honeymarin fight Runard's men. Elsa defeats Runard by freezing him to death. Everyone celebrates victory while one of the main endings of the film will be Elsa showing Anna a Toholen. But one thing has changed, and that is the fact that the spirits can actually interact with Anna and Elsa, and that means Agnar and Iduna as well. We get a heartwarming bonding scene with the family sharing stories about their past and present. The true ending of Frozen 3 takes place a few years later where Anna gives birth to her new daughter and names her Samantha, which was suggested by Olaf. The scene then cuts to a few years where Kristoff and Anna are about to share to Samantha about their history. Before the closing credits, there is a beautiful shot of Elsa looking up as she uses her snow powers up in the sky. So, that's the end of the story. These are just a bunch of things that I want to happen in Frozen 3, but the main plot of the movie will be a coming-of-age story about Anna and Elsa learning more about their insecurities, and they are on a quest to fulfill their family's legacy. The message I want the film to add is about heroism and sacrifices. So, that was all my ideas for Frozen 3. What did you think about this? Please comment down below and let me know, and stay tuned for my next video which will be about Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 2. Bye guys.